Picture this. You've been grinding for 4 years, skipping dinners out, driving the same car with a broken AC, saying no to vacations your friends are posting about on Instagram, packing lunch every single day when everyone else is doing DoorDash, and then one morning, you open your banking app and you see it. $50,000. You screenshot it, you stare at it, you feel like you finally made it. Like all the sacrifice, all the not right now, all the quiet Friday nights, it was worth it. And then a year later, you have $51,200. Wait, what? You saved $50,000 and barely moved the needle in 12 months? Something is deeply, deeply wrong. And the worst part? You did everything right. You saved. You were disciplined. You were consistent. So how is it possible that after all that work, the money barely grew? That's exactly what happened to someone I know. And the mistake she made, the one that cost her years of wealth building, is the same mistake millions of Americans are making right now without even realizing it. If you've ever saved a significant amount of money and felt like it should be doing more, this video is going to change how you think about money forever. But before we get into it, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We talk about money, wealth psychology, and how to make smarter financial decisions on this channel every single week. You don't want to miss what's coming. My name is Ella, and welcome to Ella Invest. Now, let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah is 28, lives in Austin, Texas, works in healthcare administration, and makes around $62,000 a year. She's not rich, she's not rolling in money, but she is disciplined. She tracks her spending, keeps her expenses low, and for 4 years, she automated $1,000 a month straight into her savings account. No excuses, no lifestyle inflation, just steady, quiet saving. And by the time she hit $50,000, she felt like she'd won, like she'd solved the money puzzle, like she was ahead of most people her age, which, honestly, she was. But then she did what most savers do. She left it there, in a traditional savings account at her bank, earning 0.04% interest per year, which is basically earning nothing. If you had $50,000 in a standard bank savings account at 0.04% interest, you'd earn $20 in a whole year. $20. You could find more than that in your couch cushions. So here's the painful truth about what Sarah actually lost. There's a concept in finance called opportunity cost. It sounds complicated, but stay with me, because this idea alone can add hundreds of thousands of dollars to your life if you understand it early enough. Opportunity cost simply means the cost of what you didn't do with your money. It's not just about losing money, it's about missing growth. And missing growth, especially when you're young, is one of the most expensive mistakes you can make because of something called compound interest. Einstein, whether he actually said it or not, is famously associated with calling compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And whether he said it or not, whoever said it was right. Here's how compound interest works in plain English. You invest $50,000. It grows by 7% in a year, which is roughly the average annual return of the US stock market over the last century. That's $3,500 in year one. Now you have $53,500. Next year, that $53,500 grows by 7%. That's $3,745. Now you have $57,245. The year after that, the growth gets bigger again, and bigger, and bigger. After 10 years, your $50,000 becomes roughly $98,000, without you adding a single extra dollar. After 30 years, that same $50,000, left alone, becomes over $380,000. Now, here's the gut punch. Sarah left her $50,000 in a savings account for 1 year and made $20. The market, meanwhile, returned around 7% that same year. She missed $3,500 in growth. She didn't lose it in a dramatic crash. She didn't gamble it away. She just left it sleeping in the wrong room. That's opportunity cost. Money that could have worked for her, but didn't, because it was sitting in the financial equivalent of a mattress with a fancy banking app on top of it. Now, here's the part nobody talks about. Because this isn't just a math problem, it's a psychology problem. Why do smart, disciplined people like Sarah, people who did the hard part of saving, still leave their money sitting idle? There are three psychological traps at work here. Trap number one, the safety illusion. When we save money in a bank account, our brain registers it as safe. And safety feels good. It feels responsible. The word savings even sounds virtuous, like you're doing the right thing. But here's what your brain isn't telling you. Inflation is quietly eating your money every single year. The average inflation rate in the United States is around 3% annually. That means if your money is sitting in an account earning 0.04%, you're not breaking even. You're losing purchasing power. That $50,000 can buy less stuff next year than it can today. So the safe choice is actually costing you money in slow motion. It just doesn't feel that way. Trap number two, the arrival fallacy. Psychologists call it the arrival fallacy, the belief that once you hit a goal, you can finally relax. You saved the $50,000. You arrived. Your brain starts treating the saving phase as done and the growing phase as something to think about later. But later is expensive. Very, very expensive. Because every single month that your money sits idle in low-interest savings is a month of compounding you can never get back. Time is the one ingredient in investing that you literally cannot buy more of. Trap number three, fear of the unknown. A lot of people know, vaguely, that they should be investing, but investing feels complicated. It feels risky. There are too many options, too many terms, too many people online yelling about different things, so they freeze. They stay comfortable with the savings account they understand, and they quietly avoid the investing conversation. The irony? The most risky thing you can do with long-term money is not invest it. When Sarah finally sat down and looked at what her $50,000 could have done versus what it actually did, something shifted in her. She wasn't angry, she wasn't embarrassed, she was motivated because she realized the mistake wasn't in her discipline, it wasn't in her character, it was in her knowledge. And knowledge is fixable. So here's what she did, and here's what you can do starting today. Step one. Move your emergency fund into a high-yield savings account. A high-yield savings account is still a savings account. It's still FDIC insured. It's still safe. But instead of earning 0.04%, you can earn anywhere from 4 to 5% interest right now, depending on the institution. That same $50,000 in a high-yield savings account earns roughly $2,000 to $2,500 a year, just for existing. That's the bare minimum. That's the floor. Step two, understand the difference between your emergency fund and your investing money. Your emergency fund, typically 3 to 6 months of living expenses, should stay in cash, in your high-yield savings account. Accessible, safe. That money is insurance, not investment. But anything above that? That's your wealth-building money. And wealth-building money needs to be working for you. Step three, start with simple, boring, powerful investing. You don't need to pick individual stocks. You don't need to follow the market every day. For most regular people, the smartest, most proven strategy is investing in index funds, specifically something like a total market index fund or an S&P 500 index fund. An index fund basically buys tiny pieces of the 500 biggest companies in America all at once. When America's economy grows, your money grows with it. It's not exciting, it's not glamorous, but over decades, it has quietly made more millionaires than almost any other investment strategy in history. If Sarah had put $40,000 of her $50,000 into a simple S&P 500 index fund 10 years ago, that $40,000 would be worth approximately $80,000 to $90,000 today, without her doing a single additional thing. Here's what I really want you to take away from Sarah's story. Saving money is a habit. Investing money is a decision. And most people master the habit but never make the decision. We live in a culture that teaches us to earn and save. Nobody teaches us to deploy. Nobody sits us down in school and says, hey, once you've saved it, here's how you make it grow while you sleep. So we just don't. We save it, we protect it, and we watch inflation slowly chew through it while we feel responsible. The wealthy don't just save money, they put money to work. They treat every dollar as a tiny employee with a job to do. And those employees, when given the right instructions, keep working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when you're sleeping, on vacation, or watching Netflix at 11 at night. Sarah's mistake wasn't laziness. It was that no one ever told her about the second half of the money game. The first half is saving. You learn that. The second half is deploying. That's what separates people who are comfortable from people who are genuinely free. So let me ask you a real question right now. Do you have money sitting in a low-interest savings account that's been there for a while? Money you worked hard for, money you saved with discipline, money that is quietly doing almost nothing while you wait for the right time to figure out what to do with it? If the answer is yes, that's not a failure. That's just the next chapter. The right time isn't some perfect moment when you feel 100% ready. The right time is the moment you decide that your money deserves to work just as hard as you did to earn it. Start with a high-yield savings account this week. Learn about index funds this month. Give your money a job. And if you want to keep learning, if you want more videos breaking down investing, money psychology, and how to actually build wealth on a regular income in America, subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Because around here, we don't just talk about money, we talk about freedom. I'm Ella. This is Ella Invest, and I'll see you in the next one.